Okay, good evening. Welcome to Math for Kids number 76. Today we're just going to look at one problem because he and I just spent a long time going over the other problem, but I didn't want to do it on film. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Tinky is supposed to divide a number by 1.5. Instead, she accidentally multiplies the number by 1.5 and gets 45.
Whoopsie.
If she did the problem right, what number should she have had for the right answer? Okay, so what should she have done to get the right answer?
Well, it's x over 1.5.
Okay, x over 1.5 is going to be the right answer, but instead what she actually did was what?
Was x times 1.5.
X times 1.5. And what does x times 1.5 equal?
This says it equals 45.
Okay. So we're going to have to figure out how to solve this problem. Let me just make sure you haven't gone off camera. Nope, you haven't. Okay, so we're looking to try to solve what does x over 1.5 equal?
Well, we can
X over 1.5 equals question mark. But we do know that x times 1.5 equals 45. Okay? So how do you want to solve this?
We can convert this to fractions and then solve it.
Okay, awesome. So what is x over 1.5 if you convert it to fractions? Here, wait, just back up. I'll erase over here. Okay, x over 1.5 is the same as x.
Should I write the divided by symbol?
Sure, however you want to write it.
X
Just back up a little bit.
Divided by 1.5.
Okay. And what's another way we can write 1.5?
X divided by 3 halves.
Okay, so let's write it that way. So x divided by 1.5 is the same as x divided by 3 halves. And by the way, x divided by 3 halves is the same as what?
X times 2/3.
Okay, it's the same as x times 2/3. So this is the answer that we're looking for, whatever x is times 2/3. But what we know is x times 1.5 is equal to 45.
X times 3 halves.
Okay, why don't you write that over on there? X times 3 halves equals 45. Okay, how are you going to solve this equation? X times 3 halves equals 45.
Well, this is 3x over 2 equals 45.
That's right, 3x over 2 equals 45. 3x over 2 equals 45. Okay, so let me just make sure you're on the camera. So what are you going to do next to solve that?
3x divided by 2 equals 45.
Yeah?
This means, well, 45 times 2 equals 3x.
Okay, that's great. So this, what you do is you multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the 2 here, right?
Yeah.
So this says, and we're right at the bottom of the camera here, so why don't you write it up here? This says that 3x, I'll write it, 3x, because we're a little low on room, equals what?
Equals 90.
90.
X equals 30.
So x equals 30, and how did you figure that out?
90 divided by 3.
Okay, great. So now we have x equals 30. Is that the answer we're looking for?
Well, that was x divided by 1.5.
Is 30 the answer we're looking for?
It's 30 over 1.5.
Okay, so x actually is the number that Tinky started with. And what was Tinky supposed to do to 30?
Well, she's supposed to divide it by 3 halves.
By 3 halves, which is the same as...
Multiplying it by 2/3.
Okay, so why don't you write this down now? What is 30 times 2/3? Back up.
This is 60 thirds.
Standing right in front of the camera. 60 thirds, which equals what?
Down here.
Yeah.
60 thirds is also known as 20.
20. Alright, so there you go. This is actually a pretty neat problem. Tinky is supposed to divide a number by 1.5. Instead, she accidentally multiplies the number by 1.5 and gets 45. So if she did the problem right, what number should she have gotten for the right answer? So first we had to say x times 1.5 equals 45, right?
Yeah.
And then x times 1.5 equals 45, so we had to divide 45 by 1.5, which we did in a long process because we said this is the same as x times 3/2. And we found that x was equal to 30. Then we had to figure out, once we knew what x was, we actually had to do the problem right, x divided by 1.5, which we said is the same thing as x divided by 3/2, which is the same as x times 2/3, which is 30 times 2/3, which is 60/3, which is 20. Awesome. And this is the practice problem for Olympiad 32, problem number 1. Okay? Yep. Olympiad 32, problem number 1. Good job. I thought that was going to be kind of a tough problem. Good job.